let me take a look at this. I don't even know what they're doing here. So let's take a look at the stamp card first. All right, so the stamp card is fairly good. It's okay, right? So you get, for the one pull, you get a guaranteed copy of something immediately, right? And you get to choose what it is. These two, this is hilarious. We'll get to that in a second though. So realistically, this is just rerunning the January banner. The reason why this is being rerun, by the way, the reason why this is being rerun is because both of these weapons are needed for this guild battle. That is the only reason why this is being rerun. In case anybody was curious, and if you had any inkling at all of just like, man, I really wonder why they're doing this, it's not a mystery to me. These two weapons specifically are going to be required for you to place decently well in this guild battle. I guarantee it. The Bahamut Greatsword, while it's great at clearing content, Cloud is not a very good DPS right now, and that weapon doesn't really do a whole lot for anybody. It's a decent sub weapon at that. But once you get past like the mid-level content, Cloud isn't very useful right now. So it's not very useful to pull on this for Cloud in particular. Just going through the whole list of outfits here. If you had me rank these in order, I still think Tifa's outfit is the most powerful of the list. Having an Omni Arcanum with Reprieve is one of the best effects in the game. Just not even exaggerating. It's probably still the best outfit in the game. So if you don't have this Tifa outfit, this is definitely worth pulling on, if only just for the Tifa outfit. And it does go for a full month, so you have some time to get enough resources to pull on this. And then after that, you'd probably just save for Anniversary at that point. But having an Omni Arcanum on Tifa with Reprieve is an incredibly useful effect that I don't think will be outdone by this game for a while, right? Like, what they've done is they've essentially, yeah, oh, it's only red gems? Oh, you're right. Oh my God. Okay, this banner sucks. You can't be serious. Oh, I'm back to being mad. Oh, I'm back to being mad. Oh, I'm gonna stand up. Oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm mad. Hang on, I'm moving my desk up. You cannot be serious. This is paid only. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. Absolutely no excuse for that. I came in here looking to see if maybe they added some of the other limited weapons in here to make it worth you spending money on banners that just released 4 months ago. That's ridiculous. Good Lord, that is so petty. After we just got done saying how it was for that Aerith banner to have to be OB10 to get the utility that you actually need for that weapon to be really useful for your teams, for your builds. And they release a premium only version of banners that just released 4 months ago that are clearly going to be needed for this guild battle and lock it behind a paywall. That's wild. That's wild. And then they mark it as a limit break banner like it's not, it should be under this. That is not acceptable. That's crazy. They need to be raked over the coals for this. That's crazy. There's no excuse for that at all. That's incredibly disappointing. Anyway, I'm gonna get through the evaluation portion of it here. I'm still gonna talk about it regardless, just in case folks are watching and they don't mind spending the, you know, however many dollars it takes to get 30 or, you know, 2,500 crystals. Don't pull on this, please. Like, even if you're watching this, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna give you the evaluation. I'm gonna tell you what you should do, but like, there's a chance that you get 1 stamp on every single pull. That's 12 pulls. That is, what is it? It's 30,000, my bad. Listen, I told you, I'm tilted. My entire night has been flipped on its head, dude. I'm so tilted. Oh my God. But yeah, so 30,000 crystals to get one of those outfits, it's just not worth it, right? It's just not worth it. The new Arcanums that are coming out are 50% damage boost instead of the 35 that you get for Tifa's, right? Even though, again, this is great. Like, having Reprieve, all the things I said still remain, right? Omni Arcanum is one of the best abilities in the game. Reprieve is one of the best supportive abilities and defensive abilities in the game. It is a fantastic outfit, and if you didn't have an opportunity to pull for it in January, it's definitely worth getting, but 30,000 crystals is a lot of money. So I have to tell you with my whole chest, it's not worth that much money. I'm sorry, I just have to. It's just not worth it. It's not worth that much money. For them to rerun this, for them to, oh, that's actually nice, the way that they have this set up. You can just like flip through them, that's nice. So anyways, so the truth of it is that the Tifa banner is great. The Aerith outfit is also pretty good. It's not as good as Tifa's, but it's still solid. Crimson Staff is still one of the most useful magic attack weapons in the game. Probably will be for a while with the effects that it does, because it does physical or magic attack up and magic defense down, while also having buff debuff extension, which is really, really good. So even if she's not at that 70% threshold, it's not gonna drop before you can heal yourself back up, generally speaking. So it's really good, but it's probably number 2 on the list. Number 3, I'd probably put Glenn. I think Glenn is still technically at a point where he does, well, let me rephrase. Without a water damage buff to Yuffie, his damage was comparable to Yuffie with her exploit weakness. Now that we can add water damage to Yuffie's attacks, Yuffie's damage is going to gap Glenn's by a lot. But if you don't have Yuffie's exploit weakness and you don't have Aerith's water damage weapon, this remains one of the best, if not the best, water weapon combo in the game, because he has Slay the Day, which is a featured weapon that adds that physical attack and the extra water potency. So this remains pretty good. Obviously, it's got the old Arcanum, so that's gonna get outclassed, if not already outclassed, right? So it's not so good, but I think it's definitely 3rd on the list. 4th on the list for me would be Angeal's, for the reasons we talked about earlier. Having defense all allies an extra 5% separate from weapon abilities is great. And then Water Arcanum, that's just generic, good for his water damage weapon that's physical and magical, so still pretty good. And then last on the list is definitely Clouds. The Bahamut Greatsword is not that good at the end of the day. It's solid for clearing content that's lower level, but when it comes to the higher level content, once the haste runs out, it's just an okay weapon with good R abilities. At the end of the day, it does have good R abilities, which is solid, which is great, with a really good physical attack stat, so it makes for a great sub weapon, but it's not worth investing your red crystals into. And the outfit, 5% extra damage and 5% extra physical damage here is just okay. At the end of the day, it's just okay. Tifa actually made out with a much better ability effect, because she got 10% and 10%, which was that's a huge difference. Like that's double the amount of magic attack compared to the physical attack that Cloud got. Still to this day, don't understand why they did that to him, but they did. So certainly the worst of the 5, and I would not prioritize, if you're spending red crystals, I would not prioritize Cloud's outfit over the rest of these. In terms of the stamp card for this, I would just put on anything that you don't have, and I would focus one of those weapons. Blue Daffodil Gloves and Crimson Staff are still 2 of the highest priorities, right? These are the highest priorities easily. Depending on what you need. If you need Crimson Staff, do Crimson Staff. If you need Daffodil Gloves, do Daffodil Gloves. When the Daffodil Gloves get to OB6, they go from 25% extra damage to 40% extra damage, which we've come to find out is pretty important for getting to the high damage figures. So the 25% is still good. Speaking as somebody that only has the 25%, it's still good, but it's definitely a huge difference when it gets up to that 40% threshold. It's a massive upgrade. In terms of the wish list for that banner, I don't think we need to discuss anything here. This is pretty much whatever you're pulling for, pull for those characters' weapons, right? If you're pulling on the Tifa Daffodil Gloves, you pull for all of Tifa's offensive weapons. Shell Knuckles, Bunny Gloves, the Holy Flame Gloves, anything that's offensive that does damage, you pull for it, right? Pretty easy overall. Aerith, again, pretty easy, as she probably already has another limited weapon that you're using, like the Bahamut Rod or something similar, that you would just use that alongside this. If you're looking for something more offensive focused, you could look at like her Egg Staff that does fire damage in an area of effect. You could look at Snowflake, which does a single target 540% magic ice damage to attack. This isn't very good, but you know, it's there. Like it's there. You could look at more buff debuff extension with the Citric Wand. This would actually get you up to the max. with her that one weapon in the main hand and this in the offhand would get her up to the 200% effect duration, which is cool. Also gives you the ability to buff your team's ice damage, which is also cool. Again, I just have to plead, like, don't pull on this. Just don't pull on this. Just don't do it. I genuinely can't believe they made this premium only. And then put it underneath a limit break banner, like header, as if it was just a normal banner. That's crazy to me, man. That's wild. They're getting a little detached from the community, I think. Like, because this feels like a spit in the face to me, personally. I've been playing this game since day one. I feel like I've supported this game pretty hard over the course of the last 19-20 months. I love this game. But some of the direction that they're taking with these banners in 2025 has me very concerned about the future of this game. Like, genuinely. That's pretty much it for the banners, though. Like I said, I think both of them are pretty skippable. I don't think you have to worry about either of them at the end of the day. And again, although the limit break banner has some really great weapons on there, they're gonna be added to that limit break pool eventually. So I would just wait, right? That's what I'm doing. I have those limit break medals that I'm just hanging on to. I've got 74 of them, so I've got 7 pulls. I'm waiting until they add the good weapons into that set. I'm not doing anything with them. They don't expire. I'm just holding on to them until they add the good weapons in. I'm not touching it. They're not getting a dime from me for those banners. Absolutely not. Yeah, and with that, it would take you 2,500 crystals, and you guarantee it, because the first stamp is a guaranteed copy of a weapon. So from that perspective, it's great. Like, if you wanted to just get 2,500 red crystals, which you can get like one of these passes, like this one here, you could spend 19 bucks, get extra stamina tonics for 7 days, and also get a guaranteed copy of the Daffodil Gloves. So, like, that's cool. If you wanted to do that, I get it. But there ain't no way you're pulling for the outfit. Like, that ain't happening.